Alright, what's up people? This is Otis from One West Health and Fitness. I'm back with a very quick video this time about the Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor fight. And this one's just about why I think the fight makes sense from a monetary point of view and why I don't think Floyd is going to fight again after this fight. So first of all, I think it makes brilliant sense from a marketing and opportunism point of view. I think you've got supposedly the best boxer against supposedly the best UFC fighter, and also you could say you've got the star of UFC versus the star villain of boxing. You've got two very larger than life characters, very talkative, outspoken, brash, bossy, and they're good dance partners for each other, because whereas some fights are hard to sell, these guys go back and forth, the hype is immense, everyone's, even if they don't like it, they've taken notice and they've seen it. So this fight is going to sell big, I think. You've also got a lot of intrigue as well, because I think as much as it's a mismatch in skills, I think that the age difference can be seen as a leveler. I'm not saying it is a leveler, but it can be seen as a leveler. So as much as people say Floyd is the superior boxer, which I think he is, and I don't think there's any doubt that he is, but people will also say, well, yeah, Floyd was great in his day, but he's an old man now, he's 40 and Conor's in his prime. So there's also that factor where people talk about the youth of Conor being too much for Floyd as an older man now, and he's probably slowed down, his skills probably aren't the same. So yeah, it makes for a good argument and the intrigue is there. Alright, in terms of pay-per-view potential, I think this is going to sell like no other fight has in history. I think this is going to be due mainly to the UFC fans and also the casuals, because UFC fans, they really want to see Conor and see Conor fight, same with the casuals. Casuals, they want to see Floyd lose, and the same way a lot of UFC fans want to see Floyd lose, and that equals those fans being likely to pay for this fight and watch it come fight night. I also think the UFC fans, they're in a culture where they're used to paying for fight nights every month or so at least, and those fight cards, some of them are very good, some of them are okay, but they do keep on paying for them. Right here they've got a spectacle that has been billed as MMA or UFC versus boxing, the biggest fight in combat sports. So for them to pay for this, they're definitely going to pay. And yeah, the numbers I think are going to be high, because those UFC fans, they're used to paying for it and they're going to want to pay for this one, no doubt. So looking at the press conferences, I was looking at the live streams on a few of those press conferences, and one thing I noticed was that the UFC site, it had at least 3 times the amount of viewers on the live stream than the Showtime Sports site did. So I think that shows that the UFC fans are definitely a lot more engaged. Or those, even if they're not UFC fans, those that tune in to watch Conor McGregor, they're a lot more engaged in this fight as well. And I think they're going to buy into the fight more. I think that not only in terms of those watching the live stream, but across the board as well. You look at the actual press conference and those that were in there as well, they were always full of Conor fans as well. So that's, I think, UFC fans and casuals as well. So yeah, I think it has, as much as people think it's a circus and this and that, I think it has captured the imagination of the people, and they're going to be the biggest amount of buyers ever come the fight night. After the fight, I think it's going to be Floyd's last fight. I don't think he's got anywhere to go after this in terms of getting this kind of money for a fight again. With regard to the Pacquiao fight, I think he got around 300 million or so apparently. This one, I think he's going to make more, because the sales are going to be more. But I think after the Pacquiao fight, a lot of people were disillusioned, disheartened with Floyd. They lost interest in him because I think they didn't like the fact he made that much money. a lot of them wanted to see him lose, but also they wanted to see a spectacle where there was a knockout, there was a lot more to and fro in the fight, but Floyd stayed with his technical style of fighting, defensive, counter-punching, and won the round. So it was an anticlimax for a lot of people because they've been waiting for the Pacquiao fight for a good part of 5 years at least, and then when it came, it was very... People said Floyd ran. I don't think he ran. He was just very defensively smart, and his attacks were smart as well. But you look at, going off subject, is he had more attacking, he had more punches in that fight than Pacquiao by quite a way. But obviously people want to see the knockout, so they're disappointed about that, and they're saying, oh, they're not going to pay for Floyd fights anymore. But here you have a chance of a much younger fighter possibly knocking out Floyd. So I think they're going to pay for this one. After this one, no chance. Even if you've got a fight with Canelo and even a fight with GGG, you look at Floyd fighting any of those two, I don't think people are going to buy into it as much as they buy into this one. Because like I said, you've got a lot of UFC fans and casuals buying into this one. Those fans won't be buying a Floyd versus Canelo or Floyd versus GGG. And also that kind of fight gives Floyd a much bigger risk for less reward. So I don't think he'll be taking those fights either. I think it's fair enough though. I think early in his career he fought a lot of fights where he was an underdog, e.g. Castillo fight. Look at the De La Hoya fight as well, where Floyd was 147, or he was a fighter at 147, but he went up to fight De La Hoya at 154, and he had to concede on a lot of things for that fight, but he took the fight just to get that scalp and to establish his name in pay-per-view boxing. So I guess you can say he's paid his dues, and now he's trying to cash in, cash out with this fight, and I guess he's going to do that. And he'll probably retire, I think, anyway, for good this time. So those are my views. I'm sure some will agree, some will disagree. Feel free to comment below. Hopefully you will like the video, and next videos I'll be definitely back with some videos in terms of health and fitness, some workout videos. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.